If you have children attending school in South Central Kentucky, chances are you've seen the artwork of Lori James. She's originally from Cuba and is now definitely living the American dream. She's in her comfort zone. It's totally normal most days for Lori James to be 10 feet in the air painting. To hear her tell it, it's amazing she has the freedom to do so.
I was born in Havana, Cuba, 2 years before Castro took over. And we moved to Miami first in 1968.
And why did your parents decide they needed to get out of Cuba?
They wanted to give us freedom because in Cuba there's basically no freedom and the government owns everything, so there really wasn't any future for us. So my dad decided to get us out and give us a future.
So you moved to America, you couldn't speak English, but when you were in school, how did you communicate with your teachers?
Well, in Miami it was easy because everybody spoke Spanish, but when we moved to Glasgow, Kentucky, nobody knew Spanish, so I had to actually draw what I was trying to communicate to the teacher. I would draw it, and she would understand what I was saying. And then she would, after school every day, she would teach me a word or a phrase, and when I learned it, she would give a Coke party to the class. So it was kind of fun for the kids to help me.
I guess you owe that lady a lot, don't you?
I do. I do.
And then, of course, after you graduate high school, then what's the next step in your life?
Well, I got married to the love of my life, and I've been married for 34 years. He encouraged me to do this because I didn't think I was very good. And he, you know, being a business guy, he said, oh, you can make this a business. So we owned a bridal shop for 12 years, him and I and my brother-in-law. And people would come in our store to do fittings or whatever, and I would sell these little trinkets that I had painted. And then when we sold our store in 1993, then I took the weddings home, and people would come over to get fitted for wedding dresses at my house, and they would see the walls that I had painted at home and hire me to paint theirs. So that's how it turned into a business. And I soon found out that people that wanted to hire me to paint were a lot happier than wedding stressed out people. So it was a much better job for me.
And now, of course, it's a major business for you, and you paint in different schools. You have a couple of schools in Allen County, Kentucky. Can you talk about those two murals that you have in those schools, what you painted, and how do you get inspiration in the first place, or do the schools tell you what they want?
Well, sometimes the schools tell me what they want. The intermediate center, they did have a little committee that they threw ideas out to me, and then I came up with the sketches and showed it to them, and they chose what they liked from my sketches. As far as the primary center, she just basically gave me the free rein to do what I needed to do, but when I saw the red around the doors, I thought barn. So I turned those into barn door openings, and then on the side there's a horse with his head sticking out, and you know, basically it grew from the red around the doors. So that's how that happened.
And where we're doing this interview, we're in a Bowling Green Elementary School, and what do we see there behind you?
There are kids having a picnic because this room, it doubles as a basketball, I guess, a gym slash cafeteria. So in order to kind of take away from I think it's a cafeteria more than a gym, so I did the kids eating, having a picnic, and just enjoying nature. And I always want to bring nature inside because I feel like they're stuck in here most of the day. Right. So I love bringing nature inside. I think it makes it a warmer place.
How difficult is it to do something on this scale? Because this is a lot of work, I would think.
Actually, this is small for what I'm used to.
Okay.
The biggest mural I've ever done is in Olive Branch, Mississippi, and it's a 24-foot high wall. It took me 6 weeks to do, and it's the inside of Noah's Ark. So we're talking 68 animals, 2 by 2, and it's huge. So this is probably a 5-day job. I can't remember. It's been a long time ago since I did this, but that one was 6 weeks. This one was about 5 days. So.
How do you get the word out about your business if somebody wanted to hire you to paint something, maybe in a school, for example? What's the best way they can contact you?
my website, LoriJames.com. It's really easy to remember. I write it on every mural that I do. Just put add.com to my name, and there it is. But usually it's word of mouth. I don't advertise. Thank you for this, though.
What do you enjoy about this? I mean, I know you do it in private homes and businesses, but maybe for the schools specifically, what do you enjoy about going to different schools and painting murals for them?
In my past, in my childhood, schools were a scary place because I didn't know English. I was bullied. So up until middle school, I was bullied. So it was a scary, very scary place. Now, people are happy to see me come in. The kids ask me questions. They ooh and ah. Sometimes they even ask me for my autograph, which is really fun and funny because I don't feel like I'm famous. But I just enjoy how the kids welcome me, and the schools are always very welcoming.
Do you see yourself doing this for many more years to come?
Oh, yes. I recently posted on my Facebook wall that I don't ever want to retire, that if I ever get to where physically I can't, I'll just learn how to paint with a brush and my teeth.
Maybe it won't get to that point.
I hope not.
And after seeing the finished product, let's hope she continues to have the freedom and health to illustrate scenes of life for many years to come. Reporting in Bowling Green, Kentucky, Barry Hyatt, NCTV.